Hello? Can you hear me? I think you can hear me. I can't hear myself, but I hope I'm live. I have no idea. I can't tell. I think on YouTube I have to actually go to YouTube and fix it, but I should be live on Twitch, so I don't know. We'll find out in just a second. We'll find out in just a second. Okay. I'm live on Twitch, so that's good, I guess. I don't know. I really don't. Oh, but we're here. We are here. I'm working on this, so just like patience with me, please. I'm not expecting anybody to be here. I didn't really let anybody know. So that's why I'm messing with this right now. Let's see if this all works. Hopefully that works, and yeah, chat message will be displayed here. There we go. So we got dual chat messages right there. So that should help. Now for YouTube. Oh wait, that is YouTube. No, that's not YouTube. Is that YouTube? I don't know. That is YouTube. Am I live on YouTube? I am live on YouTube. Okay. Cool. So we're here and live, which is like totally unheard of. And it's crazy. Okay, hold on. I'm going to Twitch. I'm just making sure that everything's okay. I saw somebody message. So I just want to make sure. Oh yeah, I can't see it once I'm in, but whatever. But we're here. We're live. Pretty Brown Eyes, hello. Nice to see you. Welcome. Hello, everybody. There's going to be a little bit of an update before we start. Yeah, there's gonna be a little bit of an update. We're gonna work on kind of letting you all know what's going on. There's been a lot that's happened in the last little while. Obviously, I haven't been live in a really long time, so that's what we're doing right now is going live. I think the game is loud enough. I do want to pull it up on my phone though. I just want to make sure because I am so concerned that this isn't going to work the way that I want. If any of you don't know, I have been live on TikTok a few times in the last week, and we had a lot of headaches. There was a lot of issues with the TikTok app. If you don't use TikTok, they have a totally different like streaming thing. They don't use OBS. They have a different thing. I could use Streamlabs OBS, but it's weird. You have to basically like log on Streamlabs OBS, then go live on your phone, then go live on Streamlabs OBS. But if anything happens to your phone or your tablet or whatever, it disconnects Streamlabs OBS, and then you have to redo it. And each time you have to input the code manually, and it's something like 16 digits. It's ridiculously long, so it's a headache. So I use the app that they have, which is kind of like Streamlabs. Hey! Generation Rye, dude. How are you, man?
I'm finally not at work watching Tears of Joy sub-only Mozo.
Oh, is it sub-only? Wait, is it sub-only? Hold on, it shouldn't be sub-only. Why is it sub-only? It's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be. Hold on. Okay, anybody who is watching, it's not supposed to be sub-only. I don't know why it is, so give me a second. Let me try to figure it out. What is going on here? What is going on? That's not supposed to happen. How do I fix this? I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't used YouTube in a really long time, so I apologize for the completely messy stream right now. How do I even, like, fix it when I'm live? I don't even know where to go to, like, see my live stream. I'm using Restream, and that clearly messed a lot of stuff up. Customization? No. Content? Live? Can I edit here? Here we go. Settings. Public. Playlists. Audience. No, it's not made for kids. And then show more. Standard YouTube license, allow embedding, entertainment, hold potentially inappropriate. Sort by top. I don't see how to change it from customization, maybe? Cancel. Okay, hold on. Sorry, everybody. I haven't used YouTube in over a year, and YouTube's platform has changed, like, an insane amount. So I actually don't know what I'm looking for here. Participation mode. Who can send messages? I have it set to anyone. It's not sub only. Okay, so it's not sub only. It's only is it sub only on Twitch maybe? Is that what it is? Maybe it's Twitch. Okay. Maybe it's Twitch. Everybody, I'm sorry. I couldn't get the stupid thing to work the way that I wanted to, and then once I got it in, I couldn't get the game to work, and then that was a headache. Okay, so here we go. Chat appearance, pop out, emo only, sub only. There we go. Okay. Did that fix it? I think that fixed it. I hope that fixed it. Okay. There we go. Okay, so. Pretty brown eyes, thank you. Thank you. 26 months. Wow. Time has gone by so fast. Like.
Heart, grin, heart.
I can't believe how much time has gone by. So this is what has been going on for everybody who hasn't been over on Ark. How you doing? Welcome. And Kasik, hello, nice to see you. Hello everybody. So I'm on both Twitch and YouTube right now. You can kind of see the chat right there, that it'll be popping up for both of them. I'm on both because I haven't really decided what I want to do, and now that Twitch allows dual streaming and I haven't really, you know, worked on streaming for a while, I wanted to do it on both just to kind of allow everybody a chance to see that I'm live. Not everybody follows me on TikTok, or they follow me on TikTok but they don't really see my videos because I haven't been posting consistently. So I thought I'd go live on both and kind of give everybody a chance, and then we'll see how it goes, whether I will do both all the time or if I will only do YouTube or only do Twitch. I haven't fully decided yet. Copper, how's it going? Welcome. So a bit of an update. I haven't been doing any live streams, any real content for about 3 months. I haven't streamed in over a year on either Twitch or YouTube. And I haven't really done any content on TikTok either for a few months, about 3 months, I think. If you were here on my TikTok stream, I already explained it, but for everybody else who hadn't been here, long story short, my dad got really sick. So he was in the hospital. He got it in his head that he's dying, and we don't know what's going on with him, but he's out of the hospital. He's home now, so that stress has kind of been relieved. But there was that stress. Again, if you haven't followed me on TikTok, you haven't heard this, but I had bought a Kia Soul, brand new a few years ago, and then don't ever buy Kias. And then my engine blew on it while it was still under warranty. And Kia was refusing to look at it because they said that I had overgone my warranty because they had all my oil changes except for my last 2. And I had done my last 2, but I didn't have a receipt for one of them. I had the receipt for the last one. I was missing one in between. Mind you, I drive a lot. And so in 3 years, I did 100,000 kilometers. So they had a lot of oil change records for me. Hey! Tara! Thank you for the sub. How are you, Tara? I hope you're doing well. I hope school is going really well. I hope school is going well. I hope you're enjoying it. Thanks, Ryan. I really appreciate that, man. So basically, the car died. Kia was being jerks about it. So I called a different Kia dealership and they said they would look at it, but that they had 25 cars lined up that needed their engines swapped before they would see mine. So it would take, you know, up to a month for them to even look at my car. Then they had to take pictures of it. They had to investigate the car, run a bunch of tests on it, then send the results out to Kia of Canada. Then Kia of Canada would look at it, and then they would decide whether they were going to say yes or no. Then they would ship out the engine, and then they would be able to do the engine swap. But the wait time wouldn't start until the engine was in their dealership. In total, they said it was going to take minimum 3 months for the car to be done. So I went back to the dealership I'd been dealing with for forever, and I spoke to the head manager. The head manager said, no, it wasn't going to be that long. It was going to take a few weeks. So, oh, shush, commercials. So I was like, okay, you know, I'll deal with it. So I returned the car. and they go and they take it and they have it for about 3.5 weeks. I asked them if they will give me a loaner or a rental or something because I work and I need my car to work, and they refused. They refused to do anything for me. They said, too bad, so sad, you couldn't rent a car. It was going to cost me $1,000 a month to rent a car. So I was like, no, I can't do that. So I had to quit my job. Thankfully, I had another job that was kind of on the horizon, and my brother let me start early. So that worked great. They returned the car and I sold it right away, and I bought a cash car in the time being. Figuring I didn't want a car that was that terrible with that terrible of customer service. I didn't want to deal with them ever again. So I sold the car, I got a cash car, had it for 3 months, and then the transmission blew on it. Mind you, I bought like a really, really cheap 15-year-old car. The point was to drive it to the ground for a year, but the transmission blew. It was standard, but the master cylinder for the clutch died. So when I took it to the transmission guy, $2,500 to fix. I paid $5,000 for the car. So it was half of the cost of the car. And there was already a check engine light, like within a month of buying it. So I knew that it was going to need engine work soon. So I decided I didn't want the car anymore. So I went and got myself, so all this was going on while my dad was really sick. So content creation wasn't really where I wanted to be concentrating on when all this was happening. At the same time, I ended up on the wrong side of TikTok, and I started to get a lot of harassment coming my way. Harassment, I can make some controversial videos and I can get it. Like I made one recently about Elon Musk and I got a lot of hate for it, but I am standing my ground with that. But I started getting attacked by the way that I look, for having pimples. And it was pretty bad. And it was a bunch of kids that were like 20 years old. So the second I stood up for myself, they would always come back with, well, you're an old man beating up on little kids. You're so pathetic and blah, blah, blah. And so it just made me look bad. And it was happening all the time. So it was just starting to like really wear on me. And then on top of that, trying to create content, having people steal my content. It was just, there was a lot of stuff going on that content creation wasn't on the top of the list. So I kind of stopped everything. I stopped streaming, stopped making content. I stopped everything and concentrated on all that. So thankfully, my dad has gotten better. He is out of the hospital. He's still sick, but he's not dire straits like it was before. I have a car now. It's a Honda, so I know that's going to last for a long time. And it's the car that I wanted. When I bought the Kia, it was the first car that I was purchasing. I went new because I drove a lot and I wanted something that I didn't have to worry about for a few years. I didn't expect to move an hour and a half away from work, so I put more kilometers in than I expected. But it was like the bare minimum car because I just wanted something that would get me on the road, and I couldn't really afford anything better. So I kind of just took that, and the plan was to have it for 5 years, trade it in, and get something that I actually wanted. That didn't happen. Then I bought that cash car. Again, it was dire straits, grab whatever I could to get on the road. And it was closer to what I wanted, but not exactly. The Honda that I got is exactly what I wanted. It has all the features that I wanted. It has really low mileage. It's only 3 years old, so I'm happy with that. I'm working at a place where I have no stress. There's, none of this BS about healthcare, the way that we're getting treated. That was another thing that was going on through all this. So I'm working somewhere where I just put my headphones on and listen to audiobooks or music all night long. I'm by myself. Nobody bugs me. And so now I'm in a much better place. And I still don't really want to do TikTok as adamantly as I was. I want to do more laid back and just kind of chill out. So I thought streaming would be a better way because that way we can chat, we can hang out, and I don't really have to come up with content ideas. I'm not going to take this as seriously as I had been last year, only because I'm not in a place where I can dedicate enough time to this to make it grow. And if I dedicate as much time as I was dedicating, yeah, I could make some money and I could do something with this, but it's not enough to get anywhere with it, and it's too much work for what I get out of it. So I'm going to take it real casual. Plan right now is to stream probably 1 day a week here on Thursdays on YouTube and Twitch, and then 2 days a week on TikTok. Only because my platform is much bigger on TikTok, and I have a lot more connections on TikTok, so I want to kind of keep working with that because there are some cool opportunities through there. But that's where I've been. That's why there hasn't been content. That's why I hadn't been streaming. Streaming was becoming very hard. I took time off streaming very suddenly, mainly because I was traveling really far for work. I was traveling over an hour to work every day. By the time I got home, I had maybe an hour to have dinner, get ready, set up the stream, and start streaming. By the time I was done the stream, it was pretty much bedtime because I had to be up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work again. So it was too much, and I wasn't doing anything around the house to help the family. And so it was taking a real toll on the family. And so now I don't travel. I travel, you know, the one place that I go to is 5 minutes away. The other place is 10 minutes away. So it's a very short drive to work now. I go to 2 different places. I go to 3 one day a week, but they're like next to each other. So things are a lot less stressful now. So streaming is a little bit better for me. Generation Rye. Dude, thank you for the gifted subs. Sorry, I haven't been reading. I've been like trying to get all this out so that way I don't miss anything. But yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. It's been really nuts. It's been really nuts. Okay. Mr. FOV, how you doing, man? Okay, so now I can catch up on chat here. I can look at things. Your grammar's so great right now. Oh man. But yeah, so that's what's been going on. Ryan, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You know, like I said, I was trying to do something with my content creation. I'm not in a place where I can do that. Financially, we are, you know, I got a car that I like, but it's put me in a place where financially I'm not as comfortable as I was when I was doing content creation a lot more concentrated. I'm at a place now where I can't not work as much as I'm working. I work 6 days a week now, 6 nights a week. I work overnights. This is my only night off. I work 6 nights a week. Most of the nights I'm getting home at like 5 in the morning. And then I have to be up at around 11 to be able to go and pick up my daughter from school and all that. So I'm pretty much a zombie all day long. But I needed something to kind of unwind and just enjoy. I was doing nothing. I'm too tired all the time. So when I'm not at work, I'm literally just sitting on the couch waiting for work. So I figured this at least would give me something to do and hang out with some people, you know? Twitch side isn't, like Twitch isn't live? Is that what's happening? Is Twitch not live? Or is something going on with Twitch? Hey, what happened? Okay, you're on Twitch and it's fine. All right, on my thing, it went not live for some reason. It says live now. I don't know. Maybe Twitch is freaking out. Don't refresh then. According to my page, it's not live anymore. That's so weird. Finifar, how you doing? Okay, yeah, I'm on the browser and it won't go. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Things are going to be rough for the first little while. Again, it's been like a year since I've done any kind of streaming, so I apologize if there are any issues, if it's bumpy and kind of rough. We will get cleaner at you know, in the long run. It's going to take some time. I got to get back into practice. It's not very, very easy to kind of jump back in. Inuyugi, hello. Yes, it has been a really long time. It has been a very, very long time. Okay, I don't know. Shush. I said this on TikTok and I'll say it again. Harris Heller's whole thing was that Streambeats was free for everybody to use and it was going to be ad free, but there's like ads in between every song. That really sucks. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Twitch because yeah, even on my page, it's not letting me. I'm not able to watch it on the computer. That's so weird. If I go to my page, go to my page. No, go to my page, channel. Yeah, it says I'm not live, but on the Twitch thing, it says I'm live. That is weird. I don't know what is going on. Maybe there's a weird glitch on Twitch or something. Maybe the servers are down or something. I have no idea. Bala, hello, nice to see you. So yes, I didn't give a warning to anybody tonight. I've been mentioning it on TikTok a little bit that I was going to be live tonight. I hadn't really warned anybody on here because the algorithm on here isn't the same as it is on TikTok. I can't just make a quick video to be like, hey guys, you can see me live, because nobody's going to see it. So I just thought I'll just go live and people will figure it out little by little. You know, it'll take a few weeks for us to get some numbers going again, even though I'm surprised that there are this many people watching. I didn't expect that. I really didn't. I thought it was going to be like 4 or 5 people. Maximum throughout the whole night. So I'm very, very happy to see that you are all popping in. All right, Mr. FOB, you go to sleep. Have yourself a good sleep. Thank you for hanging out. Thursday nights are the only nights that I'm going to be on these platforms. I'm going to be on TikTok a couple times a week. Not really set on what days yet, but I am going to be live on TikTok, and that's going to be during the day, so it'll be much earlier than it is now. Because I work evenings, but Thursdays it's at this time. My whole plan is on Thursdays to do horror streams because it's nighttime. And then the other streams are going to be much earlier. Like right now it's 11:30 p.m. I'm going to be doing it probably like 12 hours earlier than what it is now on the other 2 dates, but they'll probably be on TikTok. I might do them on here once in a while. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Tara, I'm really glad to be back. I hope I asked you and you probably answered and I totally missed it because I was like in the zone. I hope school is going really well, and I hope that it's a good kind of stressful. You know what I mean? I don't want to go back to school because that was a lot of stress. But I did like being challenged, so I'm hoping you're enjoying it. You got a snow day. Nice. We have snow right now too, but we don't have a lot. We got a couple of it, maybe an inch. Good, Tara. I'm glad. I think your personality, your empathy is perfect for what you're studying. I think it's a perfect fit for you, and I'm really glad you're doing it. I'm really glad you're doing it. Yeah, Mr. FOV, that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do, is just make it fun. I'm trying to just be laid back and just have fun. I don't want to take this as seriously as I did before. There are some things that I have in the works. I'm not on TikTok right now. I'm actually in talks with a company to do something that is not gaming related, but it is very millennial man related. And I just finished signing the contract for that, so hopefully I'll be making videos on that soon. It didn't have an NDA or anything. I'll be making a video as soon as I get it. But needless to say, it has to do with something. I'm not telling you what. I'm not pointing it out in any way. As you can see, I've kind of let my hair kind of grow back in. My hair grow back in. But I'm in the process of working with a company with that. And it's going to be weird because nobody on social media has ever seen me with hair, except for like the few pictures I posted up when I had hair. But it's something that I've been looking at for a long time, and I just got lucky that I got in contact with a company who does it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's kind of where we are. So I'm trying to like do enough that I'm getting something out of it, but not do so much that it's going to overstress me. It's really going to become something that's about just having fun and goofing off. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. I'm really self-conscious about it because obviously people like to pick on guys. And like I said, I was already on the wrong side of TikTok, so this is kind of just going to ask for it. But it's something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. As most of you know, I did acting when I was younger, and that's been one of the things that's really like, it's been very hard for me to try to get myself back out there because of that. And so this, I think, will just help kind of with the self-esteem. I'm also I'm on a new treatment for acne. It hasn't really been, it worked for a week, and then it just completely stopped again. But according to the package, it's going to take 4 to 6 weeks for it to start showing any kind of results. So we'll see how that goes. You know, he got us. That's what I'm relying on, Ryan. That's what I'm relying on. Alden, hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo has estado? You gotta know what I look like with hair. Let me pull something up real quick and see if I can do it. Okay, so speaking of oh, I can't do it that way. Dang it. Okay, I'll pull it up on my phone. Because I had to wipe my computer. My motherboard died. I had to do a whole clean wipe on my computer, and so I don't have anything logged in. And so every time I go to log into stuff, it's like, hey, do your password. And I did the auto Apple password, so they're all like 5 billion letters long. So I don't actually have access to my Facebook on the computer, but let me pull it up on my phone and I'll show you. But yeah, it's been an interesting time, to say the least. But the lack of hair has been rough. So I've been doing the acne thing, and now the hair thing. I saw the dermatologist, and she told me, because if you all know, I did an acne treatment about a year ago. There's cancer in my family, and they found a mole that they thought might have been cancerous. they lost the mole, and they never found the results for it. And they took more skin to try to see if maybe some of it had grown into the rest of the skin, and they couldn't find any trace of the mole. And so they never found out if it was cancerous or not. So now they're like super careful, and now they're checking me every year. And so last year when I went, the dermatologist was on maternity leave, and the doctor that had taken over, she was an emergency room doctor who was learning to be a dermatologist. And so she gave me acne treatment, and it didn't do anything. And so I waited the whole year, and I went back a few weeks ago to get the cancer screening again. And I told the dermatologist, who was now back. And so she thinks that it's not acne. Instead, she thinks that it might actually be rosacea. But because I'm ethnic, it doesn't appear the way that you would normally see it with like the rosy cheeks and stuff. So she gave me rosacea treatment, which is fairly new. It's only about 5 years old. And we're going to try that. And so for the first little while, it helped. My nose got really less red, but then it all came back. So we'll see what happens. Kendall, hello, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I hope life is treating you well. I hope Ark is treating you well too. I know he is. So I've been doing this new treatment, and like I was telling my brother, I am now going to be invincible against COVID because the treatment is ivermectin. So I am now invincible, apparently. That was sarcasm for anybody who doesn't know. Yeah, I got the cream, and I was looking it up to see like how long it would take to work and any side effects I needed to look at. And then I looked at what the active ingredient was, and it was ivermectin. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? But yeah, like I said, it helped for a few days, and then it stopped. So hopefully over the next few weeks, we'll kind of see my face ease up. The one thing it is helping is that any pimples I get clear up within a day or two, whereas before it would take weeks for them to clear up, which is very different for me. Okay, I'm looking for the picture, I swear I'm looking for the picture. Where could it be? It's a long time ago, so I gotta scroll a lot. First of all, when I was little, this is why my whole family was shocked that I went bald. Because when I was little, where's my OBS? That was how much hair I had. Look at all that hair. Look at all that hair. I had a lot of hair. Stop reflecting. There we go. So I had a lot of hair growing up. My hair was insanely thick. I had to get a haircut every couple of weeks because my hair grew back really quickly. And then I got into theater, and I got into a relatively bad relationship, and there was a lot of stress in my life at the time. So I attribute to the rapidness of it due to that. But in the show that I was in, the makeup lady had to pull me aside. And she pulled me aside to tell me in secret, because she knew that I was going to be embarrassed because I was like 23, that on stage you could see the bald spot because my hair was so dark. The skin really popped through from where I was losing my hair. And so she started to buy tinted hairspray. And when she would hairspray to set my hair, because I used to have like curly hair for the shows that I was in, she would set it and it would dye my skin a darker color so you wouldn't see it as easily. That's kind of how it started. And then like within the span of 5 years, a bunch of it fell out. And so I went from like having a very thick mane of hair to having nothing. Okay, I'm almost there. So when I did that show, this is how I used to wear my hair all the time. And depending on how the hairdo looks, the hairpiece looks, I'm going to go somewhere similar, but that's what I used to have as my hairdo all the time. That's always, like, I had longer hair for years and years and years. But it's gone now. So I've been really interested in doing this for a while. I actually looked into like getting an actual transplant done, and it was going to be incredibly expensive. At the time, I was doing okay financially, so I was going to do it. And then my car started to act up, and it was between getting a car or getting my hair. And I was still kind of on the fence on whether I could even do it as an actor. And so it just didn't make sense to spend money on my hair if I didn't even know if I was going to do it as an actor. And so I got the car. And then I kind of just let it die out. I just stopped worrying about it. And then on TikTok, I started seeing guys who were coming out and saying, look, I wear a piece or whatever. And that started getting me interested in it. But the good pieces are very, 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 very expensive. And you're supposed to replace them like every 3 months. So I've been on the fence. I've been looking for something that was a bit more budget friendly and that still looked okay. And then I came across this company that I was looking into, and then they contacted me and it worked out. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm going. Right, no worries. Go get some sleep. Have a good day at work tomorrow. Drive safe. The weather is kind of, it's not bad. It's just slippery out there, so be careful. I don't know how it's going to be tomorrow. Apparently there's going to be like a huge snowstorm in New York. So we may get some storm residue out here too. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm sitting right now. Is I'm working on that. Hopefully we'll get something going. I mean, it's already signed. I'm gonna get something going, but hopefully it'll look good. That's what I'm getting at. Hopefully it'll look good, and I'm gonna keep pushing content out and just have fun. That's kind of where we are. But yeah, so tonight I thought I would just play a little bit of Dino Crisis. Nothing too crazy. I didn't think it through. I was like, I'm gonna stream Thursday. I'm gonna do something horror. I'm gonna stream Thursday. I'm gonna do something horror. And then I went to drop off Alana, and then I realized I don't have anything set up. I was able to download Dino Crisis from one of those websites that does like games that are no longer supported. What are they called? Abandonware games. And so I was able to get a copy from there, and we could play that a little bit. But I didn't really plan anything out. It didn't occur to me to actually set up a game to play that would be properly scary. I have no idea, Pretty Brown Eyes. I have no clue. I just saw that they were supposed to be getting, like, we're supposed to be getting a real big drop in temperature, and the winds are supposed to push it towards New York, and then because of the lake effect and everything, they're going to get a ton of snow. I'm like right at the border. Like I'm literally a 2-minute drive from Niagara Falls, New York. And so I can imagine that we're probably going to get a tail end of whatever it's going to happen over there, and I'm right by the lake. So that's my guess, but I don't know how accurate it is. I don't know if it's going to be if it's actually going to happen, but that's apparently what's supposed to happen, but who knows. Yeah, you're not too much further. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, so that's kind of where we are. That's kind of why the content's been hit and miss, and I haven't really been doing anything. Like I'd put everything away. All my lights, the only ones that I had out was the one that I'm using on this side and the one behind me that I was using for TikToks when I was doing those. But everything else was put away. My Go XLR was put away. The microphone was gone. Everything. I even got rid of my broken screen. I'm using like a small portable screen now instead of I had a 32-inch monitor that I was using as my chat monitor, but the colors were really bad, and the input, the power input was broken. So if I barely moved the screen, it would shut off, and then the whole computer would freak out, and then I'd turn it back on, and then the whole computer would freak out. So I got a little portable monitor now. So like I had to rearrange a bunch of stuff to get this to go again, and I had a mini heart attack. My Go XLR wasn't working, but it wasn't the Go XLR, it was my motherboard, which was just as painful to have to replace. Ugh, 25 degrees, gross. The world's weather is insane. We were supposed to be in cold weather in like September here, and up until, what was it, like a week and a half ago, it was still warm enough that you could go outside in just like a t-shirt and pants. And then from like one day to the next, it got cold. And now we've got snow. The weather's been nuts. The weather's been so crazy. Yeah, Tara, I was kind of the same way. GSR, how you doing? Welcome. It has been a while. I haven't streamed on one of these platforms. I'm on both Twitch and YouTube right now. I haven't streamed on either of these platforms in over a year. I've been live on TikTok a couple of times in the year, and then I've been live twice in this last week, and I'll probably be live again the day after tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. Keep an eye out. If you follow me on TikTok, you'll see me live maybe tomorrow, like 12 hours earlier. Excuse me, 12 hours earlier than now. Oh, Tara, I've cut back a lot I've cut back a whole lot. I had way fancier stuff. I had like multiple cameras and all. You remember. Even my Stream Deck, I literally have like almost nothing set up. Does this even... Yeah. I think I have it set up so it'll switch scenes, but that's all I have. Like my memes are gone. I don't even know if my alerts work. Like the not the alerts popping up on screen, but like if somebody wants to donate, like the 666 jump scare, I don't know if the link is right. I can't remember how to find it. So I went to my Twitch and then like I took the link from there and then I just pasted it into the information on YouTube, and it's been yeah, it's weird once you come back. And the hardest part I think is the multitasking, is the trying to read chat and talk. I don't remember how to do that anymore. I've always been chatty and get distracted easily, but I really can't keep up anymore. They never get snow this early. Yeah, the weather's been insane, Ark. It's been crazy. I don't know what's going on with the weather. There are places that I know are supposed to be really warm and they're getting snow. Or places that I know that are supposed to get snow and have been super warm. Like the fact that we were in November and still had warm weather out was insane. It was crazy. The weather is weird. The whole world is changing. Life's been great. Nice, you just started college. How do you like it so far? And Tara, yeah, I mean, I didn't look at any of my numbers. I didn't look at anything. I was surprised when I did log on to Twitch. I logged on to Twitch because I didn't even watch people stream on Twitch. Like I stayed away from all of it. But I logged on to Twitch to find something. I can't remember what I went to go look for. And I realized that I still had like 3 subs. And I was blown away that I still had that. And that I had still had people follow me periodically. Like it was like one every like month or so. But I was still getting random people following me, which was shocking. I didn't expect that at all. But I avoided it completely. It wasn't worth the extra stress, right? Like you've got a lot going on. If you're going to do it, I would say don't even bother looking at anything. Like I'm not looking at numbers. I'm not looking at how many people are watching me. Like at one point it showed up on Restream how many people were on, and I think it's probably on screen, but I'm not looking at it. Mainly because I'm trying really hard not to delve into this like I was before. Eventually it'll probably take over and I'll start worrying about numbers again. But right now I'm really just trying to use it as a way to unwind. Because one of the things for me is like I don't have any friends. I don't have anybody in real life that I talk to at all. And so it gets pretty lonely. So at least streaming will give me somebody to talk to and something to do instead of just like sitting around. Ark, no worries. Drive safe. You don't need any beauty sleep, but you do need some rest. Drive safe though. Must maintain streak. Well, Tara, I really appreciate that. I really do. I get it. Finances have been rough all around, and it doesn't look like it's getting any better anytime soon. It's been the same for us. Like I've started making a lot more money, and we're still in the same place we were in before COVID because everything else has gone up with my income. So I haven't really made any extra money, which really sucks. Oh man. I mean real life friends, Ark. I mean people that I like talk to on a regular basis when I'm not doing stuff, or like people that I play video games with, or that I even hang out with. Part of it is just like the neurospicy part of me. I don't do well with social settings anyway. But like I will literally go days without talking to anybody except for my daughter, who is an 8-year-old. And like they're gonna go away to go visit Alana's family for Christmas. I can't because I have to work, and they're gonna be gone for like 3 or 4 days. And I guarantee you, I will not say a word to anybody except for if I go live. But outside of that, I will not even use my voice because I work alone, right? So I get up, I'm home alone all day, and then I go to work and I'm alone at work. And so I literally do not say a word. And so I might say a word or two if my brother messages me about something to do with work, or if I go live. But like outside of that, I don't really talk to anybody, which can kind of suck. It's it's better to be lonely sometimes. There are reasons that people get lonely, like that will kind of pull themselves away from groups. Some of them are out of people's control, you know, like being neurodivergent, not knowing how to socialize or having like anxiety to a degree where you don't want to be around anybody. But humans in general are very sociable animals, and we're made to socialize. Now, there's a very big difference between, you know, being a social butterfly and having 500 people that message you on a regular basis and having 2 or 3, but it's still socializing. Being completely alone isn't healthy for anybody, and it's not a good thing. I'm fairly self-reliant. I'm very good at being alone, but after doing it for about a year, it gets to you. It really gets to you, because there are moments where you need somebody and you have nobody, and those are the moments where it really shines. My family doesn't talk to me. Like my brother talks to me, but like my parents can go months without even acknowledging that I exist. If I don't call them, I will not talk to them ever. In the last 3 months, my mom called me once, and it was to ask for money. My parents don't call me at all. So like when something bad happens, I have nobody to turn to at all. To, like, even just to be like, hey, this bad thing happened, I just have to bite my tongue. So it's good to have a select group of friends versus having a bunch of friends that are just kind of topically there. But it's never good to just be completely lonely. It really, really isn't. Ark, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, but even having that one friend can be a life changer. So cherish that as much as you can, because having a low number of friends is still better than having no friends at all. Having no friends at all is hard. It is very, very, very hard. But yeah, so that's enough of that sad talk. But that's kind of where everything is right now in life. Life is a lot better now. Things are much more copacetic. Things are a lot more peaceful. And we're going to be streaming, and hopefully I can get back into the groove of streaming. Side note, I have to make a video about this. I emailed them already, and they never emailed me back, so I'm going to make a video about it. But remember this cool light? If you follow me on TikTok at all, you saw when I got this cool light back here. It's my logo in a neon sign. I had a company, that company messaged me and offered to make me the light. It's like a $300 light, and they made it for me to promote their website. Great light. Awesome light. But the remote that they use to control the light, it burnt out. We had a power outage one night, and I guess there must have been a small surge, and it destroyed the little controller. And so now I can't use it. I can plug it in directly, and like the controller is its own little cable that you go from the wall to the controller, from the controller to the light. I could go from the wall to the light, but then it goes full blast. And if I do that, it just looks like I have a big sunshine window behind me. And if I turn the camera into the settings where you can see the light, I am pitch black despite all my lights being at full blast. So a little bit heartbroken that I can't use my cool sign anymore. I emailed them just to be like, hey, the controller stopped working, so I don't know if you want to look into it. You know, that maybe there's a flaw in your controller. Not even an acknowledgement that I emailed them, which was kind of a bummer. But I am going to make a video about it, because I know when I start making fancier videos on TikTok, people are going to ask about it, and it's broken. Tona, hello. The name sounds familiar, but I'll be honest with you, it has been a very, very long time. And I have been on TikTok consistently for the last year. And so a lot of names have come through, and I cannot recall any specific conversation that we had, but I am very glad you came by. Time has gotten away. I can't believe how much time it's been. But yes, I'm flattered that anybody showed up. I'm flattered that anybody showed up to come hang out. It really, I'm left speechless. I didn't expect. I expected a couple of pop-ins. There were a couple of faces that I expected to kind of pop in, say hi, and that was it. I didn't expect some of the faces that have popped in, and I'm very touched. So thank you everybody. Oh, Water Flame. Okay, that's why I didn't recognize you. Okay, I do remember you. Okay, that's different. How are you? Yeah, my brother's kind of been in the same boat as me. He started his own business. I work for him now. He started his own business, so he's insanely busy all the time. He's actually covering for me today that I'm off. So that's why his streaming has been out the window, because he started a business. For me, it was just life got in the way. For him, it was he had greater ambitions, and good for him. I wouldn't have a job if he hadn't done it. But you know, it's that's kind of where he is. He pops in once in a while. He's done a couple of random live streams. I don't know if you've ever seen him. Because you popped in, shush ads. Because you just popped in, I am going to be live here every Thursday around this time, and then 2 times a week on TikTok, but it's about 12 hours earlier than it is now, is when I'll be live. I might be live tomorrow. I don't know yet. But maybe. I haven't fully decided. I have to go live during the day when my daughter's at school, because Alana's asleep and I'm kind of just alone for a few hours, so I can go stream. But when Nora's home, I can't stream, because if her mom's asleep, I have to be watching her. So there's just no way I can really stream at that time. But that's kind of where we are. Yeah, my brother did pretty good. Victini Warrior, long time no see. I have been good. Yeah, he. So I actually started working in the industry he's in. And then I kind of introduced him into it, and then he went with it full blast. And then he met the right people, and then started a small business. And then one of the guys that he had been working with retired, and my brother was able to make a bid for the company, and he bought out the guy. And now my brother's got a fairly large company. You know, he's got something like 20 plus contracts that he does, and I want to say it's like 8 to 10 employees, something like that. And he pays well. Like, it's not like 8 to 10 employees and we're getting like $500 a month. Like, I'm paying all my bills thanks to this job. So he's done pretty good. It's impressive, and he's done it in a relatively short amount of time. So very good for him. I would never want to run a business. I see the stress he's under, and no, thank you. I'm good. I'll just be the employee. Anyways, let's play a little bit of Dino Crisis. I haven't played this in... Oh, God. I played this when it came out on the PlayStation 1 and then never played it again. Not because I didn't like it. It was just I never bought it, and it was at the rental store. They had one copy, and then eventually they just got rid of it, and I never got to play it again. So I thought I would check it out just for the sake of checking it out, and we'll kind of see how it goes, you know? Well, I really appreciate that, Waterflame. I really appreciate that. Yeah. I'm just a junior in high school. Who cares? You know, you got a long life ahead of you. So I'm glad that we were able to have some kind of influence on you, good influence on you. I wouldn't want to have a bad influence on you. But yeah, we're gonna be here. The channel is gonna be a lot more casual than it had been. You know, for a while there, I had gone really trying to make my channel something professional. I'm still gonna, you know, use the skills that I have and make my channel fun, but I'm not gonna be losing sleep over it anymore, like I had been. I used to plan things out and try to figure out, you know, make a Discord, all that. I don't have a Discord. I'm not planning to rebuild a Discord. If I build a Discord, it is going to be very minimal, and I will not be very active on it. And I'm going to make it very clear that I'm not going to be active on it, because I don't do well with Discord. That is not one of the things that I enjoy about streaming. That is actually one of the things that I hate about streaming. And it's better to not have a Discord at all than to have one and have people think that I am too good for them. I just don't enjoy Discord. So I'd rather just not have one. So that's kind of where we are. I know it's bad for community building, but unless all of a sudden I get a big break and I can be full-time as a streamer, I'm not looking to do everything I can to grow the channel. I'm looking for a place to kind of hang out with some friends and goof off. You've never heard of this game. Think Resident Evil meets Jurassic Park. You're on an island full of dinosaurs, but it is a survival horror game. So pretty cool. Enjoy your free time. Honestly, being an adult it's a different set of stresses being an adult versus being a teenager or a kid. When you're a kid, you have the stresses of, you know, doing the things that your parents want you to do, having to live with their rules, having to do what they want, how they want, when they want, having to live to a certain standard, right? You know, do well in school, don't get involved with bad crowds, all that kind of stuff. It's that kind of pressure, and having like peer pressure and bullies and all that. That can be really stressful being young. Being an adult, most of that's gone, right? Like I still have to deal with my parents, but I'm free to kind of just do what I want. I live the way that I want. My house is the way that I want. My fridge is full of food that I want. Uh, you know, I buy the things that I want, and that's all really cool. But yeah, there's definitely stresses as an adult. Like having bills really sucks. Not having the time to do what I want when I want really, really sucks. You know, if it was up to me, I'd be doing live streams during the day, theater in the evening, and then maybe work a couple days a week. Can't do that. At the same time, you know, it's nice to understand the world the way that I do now as an adult. When I was a teenager, I thought I had it figured out, and then I realized there was so much more to the world than I had ever realized, and how stupid I was, and how, like, stupid in the sense of I worried about things that didn't matter. You know what I mean? Like I was worried that I wanted kids to think I was cool. I was worried about dating. You know, going out on dates, flirting with a girl. Does she like me? Does she not like me? Or a boy, does he like me? Does he not like me? I was worried about making sure that I was wearing the coolest clothes, and that I listened to the right music, and that I used the right phrases, and being neurodivergent. It was very, very, very hard for me to try to keep up with all that stuff, because I had to do it, and it wasn't authentic. I didn't talk like that because I wanted to. I talked like that because I wanted to fit in. And so that part really sucked about being a teenager. And now as an adult, I realize how stupid it was. Like now I don't care, right? Like if I'm wearing something that doesn't look good, as long as it doesn't bother me, then I don't really care, right? Like I can spend all day in a clean set of pajamas. Like I'll literally get out of bed, take a shower, and then put on pajamas and wear clean pajamas all day as if it was clothes. And then before I go out, I want to get dressed. But like before, I couldn't be caught dead like that, even if I was home alone all day. Or like, you know, I wanted to make sure that my hair was done perfectly, and I had cologne on all the time. And now I'm just like, as long as I don't have stinky breath and stinky pits, I'm happy. All those things I realize now aren't as important as I thought they were back then. And that's been a huge relief for me as an adult. That's been really nice as an adult. So don't be afraid of being an adult. Just enjoy the time you do have. Because it was nice to be able to, you know, hang out with my friends and go to parties. It was nice to be able to dress good and look good. When I was younger, I was like at the peak of my looks, and it was really nice to feel. I wasn't ever confident, but at least I could believe that a girl could like me. Now, if I was single, I wouldn't have that kind of confidence, and I miss that. But enjoy what you have, but don't be afraid of the future, because there's a lot of really cool stuff about being an adult. Like I drive a car that's cooler than anything I ever drove as a kid, and I've got like the coolest computer, and you know, I've got cool toys that I never had as a kid, and they're all mine. I can spend hours and hours in VR, and I don't have to worry about doing my homework. As long as stuff around the house is done, I could stay up all night long and play VR if I wanted to. So enjoy being a teenager while you can, but don't be too afraid of being an adult, because it's fun. The best. Yes. That's exactly what I do. I get up in the morning, I'll take a shower, and then I'll throw on pajamas, clean pajamas. I've got like 8 pairs of pajamas, so I have one that I wear to sleep, and then one that I wear during the day. And then I'll have my coffee, and I'll sit on the couch, and I'll have my coffee and a muffin, those like big fat Costco muffins, and I'll throw on like King of the Hill or whatever, and I'll be watching a show, eating my muffin, drinking my coffee, and not having to worry about anything. No like stress like I did as a kid. There are different stresses that are far more stressful and far more serious if you don't deal with them. But like I can just do that if I want, which is really cool, right? Couldn't do that as a teenager, and I like that. If I spill it, it's my couch anyway. I paid for it. But yeah, that's there's benefits to growing up. There's definitely benefits to growing up. Like I said, there are things that I wish the things that I had now I could have had as a teenager, only because I had more time to play with the things that I have now. But no, I'm still a big kid. Don't ever grow up. There you go. Don't ever grow up. Just enjoy the things you enjoy. There are too many people that try to shame adults for having hobbies or having fun. The amount of times that I've had somebody comment that I need to grow up because I'm an adult that plays video games. But that's no different than the adult who watches sports every Sunday. It's no different than the adult who goes to the bar and has a drink every Sunday or every weekend or whatever. It's no different than the guy who watches movies all the time. It's a hobby. It's a hobby that I enjoy. And I'm not going to be ashamed of that, and nobody should be. Do what you enjoy. So don't ever grow up just because you have to. All right. Go to sleep. Have yourself a good night. Thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm going to be live a lot earlier the other days, but you'll probably just be starting school at that point. So it won't work out, I don't think, because it'll be live. I'll be live around like 12 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock lunchtime for me. And right now it's midnight for me. So you're saying it's 10 p.m. It'll probably be 10 in the morning for you when I'm live, 9 or 10 in the morning. You'll just be starting school. So you may not see me. Thursdays might be the only day you might be able to pop in every once in a while. Mike Can't Game, how you doing? I appreciate that. Hope I meant to say all is well. All is well. I had taken a hiatus from TikTok for a while. Hadn't streamed anywhere in like a year. But life is a little bit less hectic, so I'm making time to go live. And that's kind of what I'm doing now. But thank you for popping in. I hope you're doing well. Right, Tara, exactly. Exactly. I'm still a big kid. I'm still 100% a big kid. I don't even care what anybody says. I enjoy it. Like I said, I've spent so much time in VR, like a stupid amount of time in VR over the last like 3 months. And part of it was me playing Minecraft. Like I played hours and hours and hours of Minecraft, like a stupid amount of time on Minecraft. But it's fun. I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to have fun. Nobody's going to shame me for having fun. As long as I'm not hurting anybody and I'm being healthy about it, I'm having fun. Anyways, okay. I have to stop in about 45 minutes. So let's play Dino Crisis for 45 minutes. I've been saying that for a while. On Mondays and Wednesdays from 9 to 10:50 and 2 to 4. Ooh. I hate those kind of days. I hate those kind of days in college. I don't miss that at all. But yeah, I Thursdays are the only times I'm going to be late. The other 2 days a week I'll be live. It'll probably be on TikTok, and it's going to be a lot earlier than it is now. But yeah, that's kind of where I am. Your Central Time? Okay. But yeah, so that's life. Let's play, I guess. Does this work? Let's find out. Does this work? I don't know. I don't have the window up. It would help if I had the window up. Aha, it did work. Okay, sound. So the only thing is, because it's the PC version and this game is from like 96, I want to say, the buttons don't work the way that they're supposed to. So I'm kind of like just trying to figure out what I'm supposed to press to start. But yeah. Good night, Gina. Have yourself a good night. I know, right, Tara? Things never change. That's the mark of a persistent streamer. When what is the start button? Hello? None of these are the start button? 7. 4. Control. Oh, I'm not on the window. That would help if I was on the window. It would help if I was on the window. Nope. Nope. Okay, first of all, pop that up so I can actually see the chat, because I can't see the chat through there. Right here. It's okay. Start spacebar something. There we go. Haha. Okay. And There we go. Okay, so it doesn't have controller support because it's a 1996 game. The control buttons, like the layout is really, really weird. Just to give you a bit of a breakdown, my number pad, 1 is like confirm, 2 is cancel, 5 is my like menu for like inventory and stuff. 4, I think, is quick turnaround. I think. Control is my options button. Then WADS is to move around. It's a messed up button scheme. It's a really messed up. This is before they had figured out what button layout worked the best for gaming. I tried to use the mouse. Can't use the mouse. Okay, let's pay attention.
Agent name Tom.
I have successfully infiltrated under the guise of a researcher as planned. I have encountered no information regarding top-secret development of new type weapons, but I have discovered there is an unexpected individual at this facility.
I hope the volume's
He's
okay.
Dr. Kirk, the leading authority of our nation's energy research. Dr. Kirk was alleged to have died in an accident during the course of an experiment 3 years ago. The reports were premature, and it appears that he is currently working as the head of a non-weapon project at this facility. The experiment is in the late stages of development. Regarding the staged accidental death, it appears that this country is somehow involved, recommending that necessary actions be taken immediately.
Refer to the data on Dr. Kirk.
Oh, this game. If you've never played this game, it is totally Resident Evil. It's phenomenal. An accident during an experiment.
Operation instructions.
Okay, Tara, go to sleep. I really appreciate you popping in. Thank you so much. Have a good day at school. I'm really, really glad you're enjoying it. You are, I'm sure you're going to shine through this program. And it was really, really nice to talk to you. I miss you, friend. Look at these graphics. Back in 1996, when you would see these, you would dream of the day video games would look this realistic. They look so much better than this nowadays. Good night, Tara. Oh, nice. Having Fridays off is nice.
Sorry I'm late.
It's time. Let's move out.
What about Cooper?
Forget him. Time's up.
Like that dramatic mask removal.
Wait!
Oh man, so many memories. Oh, nice. So you pretty much get a full free weekend. Uh-oh. Oh man. Nice.
Okay, this is the first
Poor Cooper.
Playtime is officially over, kiddies. Something's wrong. The lights in the guardhouse are out.
Maybe maybe this has been a wild night of partying for the guards. You know, a little song, a little dance.
Stay here, Junior. Leave the guards to me.
Gotta love the late 90s video games.
Hey, did you hear what he just called me?
Forget about it. Just let Gale handle this.
All right, it's clear.
Back when voice acting for video games wasn't a thing. So they just hired like the most amateur actors.
Okay, let's do this. I'll infiltrate the facility and occupy the control room on the first floor. I should have access to all the security systems from there. I'll contact you as soon as I've cleared the room.
It didn't look this good originally. When it was out on the PlayStation 1, you had a lot of that like jitter effect that the PlayStation 1 was renowned for. This is because it's on PC, and even then it's at 640 by 480 is the resolution. Like it's very, very low resolution. It helps that I'm running it on a ridiculously powerful PC. But at the time, yeah, this would have been incredibly taxing on a computer. At this time, video cards were just starting to pop into video games. And this runs on the Voodoo engine, I want to say. No, it might not be Voodoo. I think it's DirectX 5. DirectX 5. And it's it's not like it is now, where as long as you had, you know, decent hardware, it was going to work. Over there, it was hit and miss. You just never knew if a game was going to run. There were times where you had to run these games at the lowest resolution possible. I remember Resident Evil 2 having to play it, because I did buy that on PC. I had to play it in windowed mode at like, I think it was 0.5% resolution. And what it did is it didn't just make it blurrier, it actually like shrunk the window into like a little square in the middle of the screen and lowered the resolution just for it to run on my computer. Yeah, Resident Evil 1, that had like, that's legendarily bad voice acting.
Rick can handle the inside of the facility on his own.
I love how dramatic they're all trying to be right now. Make sure you know what you're doing.
Let me guess. This is some of your handiwork, right?
The brass is still warm.
This game might actually be
These
99.
guards were shooting at something very recently.
So who were they fighting?
This wasn't much of a fight. I don't think these guards hit anything before getting sliced and diced. Whatever they were shooting at came in through there and ripped right through the steel fence.
Well, the hole is nice and clean. But I still say you could have done this.
Very funny. We still need to figure out what happened here. Continue to sweep the area.
He's trying so hard to be a dramatic badass. Oh, these controls are going to be so hard to get used to. Oh. Increase the potency of items with anesthetic properties. I can't run though for some reason. Oh, there's the button. Okay. You need the B1 backup generator room key open to open this door. Okay. That's the aim. Okay. Bags of cement are stacked. The words backup generator area ground level. Okay. So one of the things about this game that was impressive is the fact that it's actually 3D backgrounds, whereas Resident Evil was the pre-rendered backgrounds, basically just a JPEG, and the character moved alongside it. That's what they did for most video games, like all the RPG games, Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 10, not 10, 8 and 9, they all just used an image, and then they had a couple of like polygons on top for like a save item or something you had to pick up. That's how you kind of knew what you could do. and the rest of it was all just an image. The fact that this has a moving camera and it's all pre-rendered is pretty impressive for a game like this. A lot of like the bigger games would do the other way just so they could do more with the engine without, you know, taxing the system. So the fact that this does this is pretty impressive. Should leave the inside to Rick. Oh yeah, the dude already yelled at me for it. Okay, well now I get the key. Oh, what the?
Rick here. I'm in. The place is deserted, though. I have a very bad feeling about this.
How's the progress going with that security system?
I don't know what's been going on here, but it looks like all the power in this facility's been cut.
Same here.
As long as that's the situation, there's not a lot I can do. Why don't you see if you can gain access to the backup generators on the ground level?
I'm on it.
Their voices don't match the situation.
What are you doing here?
I caught the last part of your conversation.
By the way, I found a key.
Hand it over. Let's head outside.
I heard the last bit of your conversation. By the way, I found a key. Okay, Skippy, calm down. Don't you see that I'm trying to be super dramatic right now? Meet me outside. Oh man, I love it. Oh wait, this is where I was, isn't it? Yeah. Back in the day, voice. So for any of you who are too young to not have lived through this time, these games, they were the first to talk. Not this one in particular, but like this generation was the time when gaming and voice acting was becoming mainstream. There were games beforehand on PC and stuff, or like they would have certain games that had like little blurbs that were recorded, but to fully voice a game was fairly new. But they didn't think that it was actually something that mattered. For them, it was all about gameplay, which, hey, I'm all for it. But they overpassed what the importance of the acting would be. It's what happened in Resident Evil 1. Like, if I recall correctly, Barry Burton, the voice actor, was just a guy they got off the street, I want to say. And even like the model they used for the few video clips of live action was a model. Like some guy off the street. Like they weren't professional voice actors. They were people that they just kind of plucked out of nowhere to do these lines, and that was it. That's why you get the, what is this? Because they would just tell them, okay, be surprised. And then they would just act surprised. They didn't hire real actors to do this. So this is a little bit better. They have people that you could tell have had some experience, but you could very much tell they're like my level of actor. You know, they're nobodies. And they're not considering what the situation is that the characters are in and what they're responding to. Oh, the voice acting. Don't get me wrong, there were definitely games with phenomenal voice acting. Metal Gear had pretty decent voice acting, but Hideo Kojima's always wanted to just be a director. Like he does video games because I think he's passionate about video games, but he's wanted to be a director. His games are basically movies. So he's always made sure that there's that sort of extra filmic feel to the games, even though the voice acting wasn't amazing back then, but they didn't have much to choose from. But he did a pretty decent job. Uh-oh.
That's disgusting.
See?
This guy's been eviscerated. Something tore his intestines straight out.
Look at those tooth marks. It had to be some sort of animal.
Okay, let's move on.
She just walked around the corner and there is a man that's been ripped into multiple pieces. At least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 pieces. Because he's missing his legs, he's missing his hands. And then his torso is in 2 pieces. And her response is, well, that's disgusting. That's like if she turned the corner and caught a guy picking his nose. Like, there should have been a little bit of horror in her voice. I don't care how elite she is. She should have been a little bit horrified by seeing somebody ripped in a million pieces. Oh, voice acting of the 90s. I love it. So much for horror tonight.
I'll stand guard here. You go inside and take a look around.
Oh, man. Battery charger. If I set the battery here, I can charge it. You don't say. So if you've never played these older games like the original Doom or this or Resident Evil or Silent Hill, one of the things that you kind of get into the habit in these games is just to constantly press X if it's PlayStation. Or not. Yeah, X if it's PlayStation. Constantly, because you just never know what you can interact with. There's a switch. Will you press it? Yes. Nothing happened. A power distribution device that distributes electricity to the various areas of the facility. Okay, there's a problem though. I don't have a battery, so how do I get a battery? Do I... No, I don't have one at all. I must have missed it.
I'll stand guard here. You go inside and take a look around.
I did. So where would the battery be? Maybe, can I climb up here or something? Oh. So if any of you do decide to pop in tomorrow while I'm playing, maybe tomorrow, I don't know, maybe tomorrow or Saturday. I'm going to hope for tomorrow, but I'm going to be getting to bed pretty late tonight. So there's a chance it may not be tomorrow, but if it is tomorrow, I will probably continue playing Earthworm Jim. So if you want to watch more classic stuff, more retro stuff, I've been playing Earthworm Jim on TikTok, and I might continue with that. And like I said, TikTok. Same name if you don't follow me over on TikTok. I'll be playing on there. It'll probably be, like I said, about 12 hours earlier than it is now. TikTok isn't the most comfortable console to, or most comfortable platform to watch on, but it's fine. I think the quality looks okay. Okay. Is there a battery somewhere here that I missed? Ah. I was too busy talking. I didn't see that last time. Oh, it's a med pack. Nope. No. Where can I get a battery? And I apologize if my voice cuts out randomly. I think I have my noise gate on a little bit too high, but I'm not going to mess with it tonight. Can I push a button maybe? No, not through the door. Dang it. Okay, so I'm... can I switch it while I'm live? I don't think I can, but maybe... No, I can't. Okay. The stream is low quality. Kind of disappointed about that. Kind of disappointed of the the quality of the stream. I thought it was going to be a little bit higher resolution, but 720p at 30 frames a second is not ideal, but whatever. We'll take it for now. Just making sure that everything is showing properly because I had my OBS all messed up. Anybody who happens to pop in and is kind of wondering what's going on, I apologize if the stream is kind of weird today. I'm getting back into the groove. I haven't streamed on YouTube or Twitch in over a year. And so things are a little bit rough. So I apologize for that. Weewin, hello. How are you? How have you been doing? Yeah, it's early for you, isn't it? Okay, so he's there. What's on this side? Where the heck do I go? I'm good. We've been streaming for about an hour and a half. I meant to start earlier, but I was having technical difficulties. And now I'm here, and we've only been playing the game for about 15 minutes. Okay, a battery charger. Where do I get the battery? Well, we've only been playing for about 15 minutes. I am stuck. I spent most of the hour talking, which you know is no surprise, because that's just me. I never shut up. Oh, here we go. Okay. I have to get them in order. So if I push this, what happens? It's red, blue, green, white. Red, blue, green, white. Okay. So we're going to press center. And then, oops. Yeah, 1 week ago. Oh, you got married a week ago? No way. And cum laude, nice. Congratulations. Congratulations on both. Is that what those pictures were? Of you as the Beast and the hubby as Belle? Was that what it was for? Was that for the wedding or was that just for fun? Okay. So we're pressed left now. So now we're red. Then center, so blue. And then right. So now it should be in order. But yeah, it's nice to be back. I'm very, very rusty. I don't feel confident. Not like that I'm embarrassed or anything. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm worried all the time. I'm trying to like figure everything out. And I've got a new monitor, which is way smaller than the one I used to use. I used to have like a 32-inch. No, 30-inch. I think it was a 30-inch that I used as like my chat screen, and it was a 4K monitor, and now I'm down to like a 14-inch 1080p monitor, and so everything's a lot smaller. So like I just feel really, really nervous, because it's just been so long. But it is nice to be back. Oh, no worries, that sucks that it crashes. I was just asking if the pictures that you did of Beauty and the Beast, if those were from the wedding or if that was just for fun. But congratulations with everything. That's amazing. I missed streaming. I really missed streaming. It was nice not to have to worry about sticking to a schedule, about not having to, work at coming up with new content and everything. But I did miss having people to talk with and being able to kind of just goof off with everybody. Uh-oh. So it's nice to be live again. That's amazing, Weewin. I hope you had a good wedding. And I hope that you had fun. You looked amazing in it. '19 or 20. Yeah, I stopped streaming on YouTube. Uh-oh. Run, lady, run.
What is this?
I'll answer in a second. Run! I'm gonna get killed. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I haven't, and I'm pretty sure this game, they can chase you through certain doors. Not all of them, but through certain doors they can come through and follow you to the next room. So I stopped streaming on YouTube. I want to say it was in 2020 I stopped consistently streaming. Yeah, see, there he comes. Clever girl. And then I streamed a little bit in at the end of 2020, might have been the beginning of 2021. I streamed a little bit on YouTube. It wasn't very often. And then I completely stopped and dedicated myself 100% to Twitch. And then I stopped streaming altogether. And then didn't stream at all for like a year and a couple months.
Good news. I got the control system back online. What's the situation over there?
It's Gale. I lost him.
So what's the bad news? Anybody see some guards?
It was
You're not gonna believe
creative,
this. He was
Weewin. I loved
attacked
it.
by some kind of dinosaur.
Now that's a good one. So, who was it? Barney?
This isn't a joke, you idiot. We were just attacked by a big-ass lizard.
For real? What's going on over there? All right. Head over to the control room and we'll sort out this whole situation.
Yeah, Weewin. I stopped streaming. It was summertime last year. And so I stopped streaming completely. I streamed a few times on TikTok. There were like 3 streams I did on TikTok. But I haven't streamed on Twitch or on YouTube in well over a year. I want to say it was like August maybe, of last year. And even going live now, I didn't really plan on coming back at all. It was one of those things where I was like, yeah, I'm not going to stream anymore. Like it's not worth it. But then life changed. I started working nighttime and I had a lot of free time during the day and I didn't have the energy to do TikTok. TikTok can be very, very toxic. And so it was very, very hard to deal with, especially when I would get picked on for like stupid things that had nothing to do with what I was talking about. Like if I get picked on about something that I say, then I get it, right? Like I made that video where I was like, video game is dead and everybody's attacked me for it, but I get it. Cool, whatever. But like to have somebody come in and make fun of me just because I have a pimple on my nose it's a lot to handle. So it was very hard for me to like be tired and then film myself and edit it and post it just to see a bunch of hate comments. And so I was like, I need to do something with my time. So I decided I was going to audition for a play, which I'm auditioning in about 2 weeks. Actually, less, in about 1 week. 1 week from today, I'm auditioning for a play. And I was kind of just like, you know, I need something, because the play, I'm probably not going to get it. Not because I don't think I'm good enough. It's just there's only one role for me to audition for. And if anybody else comes in that's better than me, then I'm not going to get it, especially because I don't have the look. I'm supposed to be like a wealthy, good-looking man. I'm not wealthy, but I also, like, you know, bald guy doesn't really, it's supposed to be from like the 1800s, so it's supposed to be like slick back hair and like very well maintained, and that's not me. So I'm probably not going to get it, but whatever, I'm fine with that. I just want to go out and audition. But I wanted something to do, so I was like, you know what, maybe I'll start streaming, and I was kind of talking about it with Alana about maybe starting streaming again. And then I decided to go live. I started just kind of setting up OBS and kind of setting things up. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll go live on TikTok a few times, see how it goes. I wasn't really planning to stay on TikTok. My plan was to like do a couple on TikTok to get a few people knowing that I was going to be live here. And then I did my first stream, and it was really nice because I didn't have to stress out. It wasn't like running a stream on YouTube or Twitch where there's a lot more stuff to be aware of. On TikTok, I just kind of go live and that's it. And then I did a second stream, and it was one of those, I'm feeling lazy. I don't really want to set anything up. I just want to play. And so I just went live, and I had like 25 people watching me, which was pretty good. They were in and out. It was like between 10 to 25 throughout the whole stream. And so that kind of made me go, well, you know, I have the bigger platform on TikTok. I've been more active on TikTok. It makes more sense to stay live on TikTok at least once, maybe twice a week. But I do miss being on YouTube and Twitch. So I decided at least I'll do once a week here. But it wasn't really anything that I had planned out. I didn't think about coming back. It was just life kind of fell that way, you know. Nikki, how are you? Good morning to you. I hope you are doing well. It is almost 1 in the morning here, so not good morning to me. I hope you're doing well, Nikki. Long time no see. But yeah, so that's kind of where I am right now. I'm also not taking this as seriously as I had been. When I started to blow up on TikTok, I was really trying to do something with it, like become an influencer, and it was going okay. But it was really hard with the way my life is. I just didn't have enough time. I had enough time to make content to make myself known, but not enough time to make this my full-time job. I wasn't making enough money doing it, but I couldn't stop working to dedicate more time. Sorry, I keep cutting out. So it was one of those, like, I'm not making enough money to quit, but I'm not doing enough to get to that point. And so it was just, it wasn't working. I'm going to go into it now, kind of, if I make a few bucks so I can maybe buy a video game or make sure that my hardware keeps working, then cool. This is going to be more about me just unwinding, you all laughing at me when I scream like a baby when something scary happens, and just a place to kind of hang out and talk with my friends. TikTok is still going to be a bit more of the serious thing. I was mentioning it at the beginning of the stream. When I first started, I'm in talks with a company that does men's hair, and I'm trying to make sure that my content is good enough that I can still keep getting those cool deals to work with like some really cool companies. But I'm not looking to be like a full-time content creator because it's just not for me. My life doesn't work that way. Not right now anyway. Good, Nikki. I hope the morning is going smoothly. 6:45 over there. Yeah, it's 12:46 here, midnight, almost 1 in the morning. It's 11:46 there. Yeah, I'm probably gonna stop in about a half an hour. But yeah, so that's kind of. That's kind of where I am now. I'm trying to be as like laid back as I can be. I don't really want to overdo it, but if it goes somewhere, then cool. Like I'll keep making content and I'll have fun doing it. But when it comes to live streaming, I'm not trying to make any money. I would like to make a little bit just to be able to buy some video games. That's about it. You know, stuff so I can have something to stream. Or like fix my hardware for stuff, right? Like I would like to do some VR streams again. But it's expensive to run VR stuff. So I would need a little bit of money for that. Or like my motherboard had to be replaced. And there was something else. I need a new keyboard because I'm using like a cheap like $10 wireless one that I got, and it's not very good. But stuff like that would be nice to be able to make some money for like just maintenance of the channel, but I'm not looking to do anything crazy anymore. Not looking to make money with it. It's more about just hanging out with you guys. That's pretty much what it is. You live in Texas? Oh, nice. I like Texas. I like Texas. Climb the ventilation. Yes. Before things got crazy in the States, I had actually been planning to move to Texas specifically. I really liked like San Antonio and the surrounding area. And I really wanted to move out there. And then things got crazy in the States. And I no thanks. It's crazy here in Canada, and it's not like it is out there, like as far as like division and anger and all that. And it's bad here. I couldn't even imagine how frustrating it can be over there. So I'm okay living in the cold for now. But I do really like Texas. It's a beautiful, beautiful state. Oh no, that's too bad. Did she quit for good, Nikki? And I'm glad to be live again too. It's very nice to be live again. I was wondering if you were gonna be able to see that I was live. So Thursdays I am gonna be streaming about this late normally, or this early for you. On I don't know what days yet. It'll be 2 days a week that I'm gonna be live on TikTok, but it's gonna be much later for you. So for me, it's going to be around 11 o'clock in the morning. So right now, if it's if it's 6:45, it'll be closer to like 6 in the evening for you is when I'll be live on the other days on TikTok. sometimes it'll be on here, but more than likely on TikTok. That's when I'll be live a couple of times a week too. You got a notification? Yeah, so that's kind of where I am right now. You know, I do want to go live a couple times a week. It's just that way it's easier for people to hang out. Oh. Whoa! Okay, never mind. I don't want to go that way. You know, and if I'm doing it a couple times a week on TikTok, hopefully it'll be a big crowd. And then once a week here, just to kind of have a more chill hangout atmosphere. But then the people who used to follow me and watch me can still have a chance to come hang out, because a lot of people don't have TikTok. A lot of the people that follow me here and on YouTube or Twitch, they don't have TikTok, and so they never see me live. So at least once a week here, maybe twice a week here, depending on what mood I'm in or what game we're in. Like if we're playing a game that I'm super into, then I'll probably do it a couple times a week here and only once on TikTok. But if it's casual like it is right now, then I'll kind of bounce back and forth. I haven't made up my mind yet, but it's just nice to have a chance to hang out with everybody, because I've missed everybody. It's been weird not hanging out with people, or like seeing my friends who still stream and seeing their streams and just kind of missing the community we had. On Mondays and Wednesdays, you'll be in class. Okay, so I haven't made up my mind what days I will be live. Mondays, I'm almost 100% not going to be live because Sunday I do 3 locations and Monday I do 3 locations. And so I am completely running ragged on those days because I usually start working at around 9 p.m. and I'm not done till about 5 in the morning. So by the time I get home, go to sleep, then get up to go pick up Nora, I'm a zombie. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to be on camera. Tuesdays kind of up in the air, only because I've just finished the 2 days that are incredibly packed. And on Tuesday, I work 2 of the locations on my own, which still means I'm home at around 4 in the morning. Normally, I have help on the other 2 days, but on Tuesday, I'm completely alone, so I'm not home till way later. So Wednesday might be a night that I'm streaming. Definitely Thursday, and then I'm kind of on the fence about Saturday, Friday or Saturday. That again, it's all kind of up in the air. I have to figure out what's going to work. It's all about what's going to work the best. I don't want to say these days for sure, and then it's like I try it, and it's like, no, I'm too tired. Or be like, no, I'll never do it on these days, and then it's like, no, that's the only day that works. So Thursdays for sure for now, because it's my day off, but the other 2 days I'm kind of, So there's something weird going on, WeWin. I don't know what it is. It happened to me. I think it's because I'm on Restream. When we started the stream, a couple of people messaged that I wasn't live anymore on Twitch. And then when I was on Twitch, I could see myself. And then I refreshed the page and then it said I was offline. But my logo said I was online, but I couldn't click it. It just kept saying I was offline. So I think Twitch is having an issue with Restream, but I don't know. Oh yeah, India did ban TikTok. Yeah, we win. I don't want to drain myself, and I don't want this to become something that I have to do and go like, oh, I don't want to do it. Like today I didn't want to stream, but not because I didn't want to stream. It was I started a new game. Lately, I've been very, very fixated on games because I'm not doing anything all day long. And I started a new game. And I've been obsessed with it for the last couple of days. And I've been playing it like crazy. And so I played it a lot of the day. And so my neck was hurting from playing the game and sitting on the couch. And so I was like, I don't want to play because I'm tired. Like I just want to like lay in bed and play the game. At the same time, if I don't get into the habit of streaming, I'm just going to keep putting it off and then just not do it. So I need to kind of force myself a little bit right now. But I did want to stream. I just wanted to play my video game. But I'm not even going to be streaming long. Like before, I used to do about 3 to 4 hour streams, sometimes 5 hours. The TikTok streams are going to be like an hour and a half. Here, maybe 3 hours maximum. But I'm not going to be going long. It's going to be fairly short streams. They're going to be, it's not going to be like before. It's not going to be as complicated as before with all the extra cameras and the memes and sound effects and bits and all that. It's going to be about playing a video game. If people want to sub, they can. If people want to donate, they can. If they want to give bits, they can. And I might have a few like meme sounds that I can trigger or that you guys can trigger, but it's not going to be anything as complicated as it used to be. It's a lot of work, and I don't have the time or the energy. Yeah, 100%. 100% Weewin. Because I haven't been doing anything, I've been hyperfixating a lot. Oh, jeez. I've been hyperfixating a lot. And I started new medication. Oh, jeez. I started new medication. Not... The medication's the same. But... Whoa. I started new medication. I upped the medication. And so my hyperfixation's been a lot worse lately. Which is nice because I can actually concentrate on stuff. I don't get distracted as easily. But I hyperfixate. Like, I played Final Fantasy VIII, my favorite game of all time. And I spent about 5 hours in one area just leveling up my characters till they were all at the maximum level. And it was literally just me doing the same fights over and over and over and over again. And I didn't realize how much time I had spent on it. Next thing I know, the characters were all maxed out. So, yay. At the same time, my day just disappears as I'm doing it. But I'm hoping that that will help with this because I'm struggling with like finding things that I like. I haven't done anything I enjoy in a while, so. Okay, I don't understand what it's saying. Oh, Nikki, that's nice. Yeah, and sometimes this is the hardest part when it comes to medication is sometimes it just doesn't do anything, and that really sucks. I tried. Uh-oh. Oh, let me out. I tried one, and it was amazing. Instantly, there was a difference. Instantly, I felt better. Everything was, was being affected in the positive way. But then my heart rate went up, and my doctor didn't like that. So he took me off of it and put me on the medication I'm on now. And I took it, and it was like, yeah, I feel a little bit of a difference, but not like the first one. The first one, instantly, I was like, wow, I can concentrate. I'm motivated. I have energy. I'm not tired all the time. This is awesome. This one, it's kind of like, yeah, I can be awake all day. I don't have to nap like I used to. I don't need it. It would be nice, but I don't need to. But I'm not motivated. I'm not feeling better. I'm just not tired. So we waited while we ran a bunch of tests and everything, and the doctor thought I had a heart attack, and so he had to check that out, and everything was okay. Now he's like, okay, now that everything's good, let's up your medication. So we upped it, and so I've been on it for about a month now, and it's better. I do have more energy, but now I just fixate on things, and I can spend hours and hours and hours just fixated on something. So it's almost like it's made my concentration worse. It makes me concentrate more, but it's made me forget things more. So that's not good. So we're kind of working out what we're going to do. The first medication was very, very expensive. So thankfully I have benefit coverage now for my medication. So I may be trying that first one again, but we want to try this one for a while longer to see that it's okay. But yeah, it's medication testing is frustrating, especially if you try a bunch of them and they don't work. And you can almost feel hopeless as you try to figure out what works. Because sometimes something that can work amazingly for you will do nothing for me. And sometimes a bunch of stuff will do nothing for you. And something that usually doesn't work will work amazing for you. It's pretty rough. It can be pretty rough, but don't give up. Keep on it. Will you read the memo? Yes. As a result of tonight's experiment, a strong magnetic storm may occur. Consequently, the communication department will close at 6 p.m. At that time, the antenna will be temporarily stored to prepare for the emergency. Be sure to check the weapons storage locker in the lounge. You can unlock it with the combination 7687. Recently, inexperienced guards have been assigned here, and common problem is that they do not know how to use the DDK. Here are some points that may not be clear in the manual. This is what I didn't know how to do. Make sure that your staff becomes familiar with this important information. After you set the DDK to the door's locking device, you will be asked to enter the password code. You will then need to derive the code by using basic elimination rule, eliminating the key letters to be revealed the correct code. Be sure to try this out by setting an actual DDK to the door locking device. For example, code OXPYEZN key XYZ. In the above case, the correct password would be open. I didn't understand any of that. Well, thank you, Nikki. Thankfully, everything was okay. The doctor, the test was wrong. I got a bunch of other tests done afterwards, and everything is fine. It was just a bad test. Thankfully, everything is okay, and I am okay, and we're okay. We changed a couple of my medications, and my heart's actually in better condition than it was before, which is nice. And I've lost weight, which is really, really nice. At my heaviest, I weighed 224 pounds. That was right around the time that I stopped streaming. I weighed 224 pounds. It's the heaviest I've ever been. And I lost a bit of weight when I was working with my brother. When I started working for my brother, I lost a bit of weight. I lost about 25 pounds. I did exercise and everything. Lost about 25 pounds, which was great. But I was still at like 198, 199, 200. I was kind of just bouncing around there. I've lost 10 more pounds in the last month. So I'm at 191 right now. And I'm still going down. I was at 193 last week, then 192 about midweek, and today I'm at 191. My goal is like 185 is where I would like to be. I think that would be a healthy weight for me. I'm not doing anything extra except for changing my eating habits, and I'm not like starving myself. It's just I overeat way too much. I am one of those people, like, I get up in the morning, in the afternoon, because I wake up at around 11, and I have breakfast, which is usually like scrambled eggs or like some toast with peanut butter and a coffee. Not a huge breakfast, but it's a breakfast. And then at lunchtime, like 4 hours later, what would be normally around dinner time, I would have a big lunch. Like I would do like a sandwich or I don't know, whatever you would have for lunch. I would have something fairly decently. Then I would eat dinner with everybody at around 7 p.m. And then I'd go to work, and around 4 in the morning when I got home, I'd have food again. So I was eating 4 or 5 times a day, and the nighttime food when I was done work was always fast food. It was always like McDonald's or Burger King or whatever. And so it wasn't healthy food. And I was drinking pop, Coke, Pepsi for every meal. And every time I got thirsty, that's what I drank. And so it wasn't very healthy. So now I'm trying to only drink Pepsi when I'm eating. And then any other time I'm thirsty, I'm trying to make it just water or juice, but mostly water. I don't eat after I'm done work. And if I am absolutely hungry, then I will have like a piece of toast with some cream cheese or something. Like I'll have something very, very light. For breakfast, I'm having, 2 pieces of toast with peanut butter or a muffin with coffee. And then I don't eat after I wake up. I don't eat until dinner time when everybody's having dinner, which would be around lunchtime for me, because I eat at around lunchtime, 12 o'clock, and then I don't eat again until about 6 p.m. And then I might have a snack before work, and then that's it. And so I'm trying to eat healthier, and I haven't gotten any fast food. I get fast food like once a week now instead of every single day. And so I've been slowly losing weight. But it got out of control. Like I was just eating way too much. I was eating all the time. And now I'm allowing myself to get hungry, which is good. But I've lost some weight. And, if I could get to like 189, I would be blown away, because I haven't been that weight in a really long time. They're good, Nikki. They're very good. Alana's at work right now. Nora's asleep. I have to go pick up Alana in a little bit. She's probably still working. But I do have to go pick her up soon. She's going to be done in a little bit. And then once I pick her up, I'm going to bed. Pretty much. I'm tired. But she's good. She's been very, very busy, just like I have. Crud. I don't remember I don't remember. Uh-oh. I don't remember the thing. Item? Oh no, I'm gonna die. What would it be under? Equipment, maybe? Nope. I don't remember the code. Oh, dang it. Run! 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 Oh, look. I'm actually bleeding. That's cool. That's a cool little detail. At 10 a.m. Are you still running the store, Nikki? I got really slow. Looks like as I'm bleeding, I get worse and worse. Can I... item... use that, and then use this, I guess. Oh, you actually can bleed to death. Cool. That's a cool detail Resident Evil didn't have. He came back today. I'm glad he had a safe trip. I've always wanted to visit India. I think India would be so beautiful to see. I want to try it. Like, there are Indian restaurants here, but I don't know how it is in Europe. But here, you can have real Indian people cooking Indian food, but it's not the same because they don't get all of the same spices, or they don't cook it the exact same way. Mainly because, you know, if they have a restaurant here, they know that most of the people here aren't going to eat food the way they do, right? Like, they're not going to put as much spice in it, or they might not put as much flavor in it, or whatever, just because they need to make it so people here like it. But I love Indian food. I would love to try real Indian food made the way that it's supposed to be made. I would love to try that. I wish I could go to India. I wish I could go to India. You don't think you've ever had Indian food? It has a lot of flavor. It can be a lot for some people to handle. It can be too much for some people. Okay. Indian food can be very, very, very spicy. There are non-spicy dishes. Like, there's some stuff that's not spicy at all. It's not for everybody. I love curry. A lot of people don't like curry. I think curry is amazing. So it all kind of depends on what your flavors would be. Some people really, really don't like Indian food. I'd never tried it until I took Alana to a restaurant, but she had mentioned she liked Indian food when we first started dating. And so I found an Indian restaurant. We went to it. And, well, we were actually going to go to a burrito place, and we drove by the Indian restaurant that I was planning to take her to in the future. And I was like, you know what? The burrito place has a huge line. Why don't we go here? So we went to the Indian place, and it was the first time I had ever tried Indian food. And, oh, so good. So, so good. You like spicy? Then you might like Indian food. I think Indian food is delicious. I like spicy food, but there's some Indian food that makes me sweat. That is really, really spicy. But there's some stuff that's not spicy at all, and it's just like, it's just full of flavor, and I love that. I love that it's got spices of all types in it, and all different kinds of flavors, and different meats, and Indian food can be really, really good. There's a few Indian restaurants here in my city. I just haven't eaten at them because we haven't had the money to really be eating out. Okay, what was the code? 7687. 7687. 7687. 7687. Popeye's chicken sandwich. Ooh, I love Popeye's. 7687. 7687. I go through phases. There are times where I put spicy food on everything. Like hot sauce on everything. And I want everything to be spicy. And then there are times where I don't put any hot sauce on anything. I'm not crazy. I don't put so much hot sauce that, you know, like if I give it to somebody else, they're gonna be like sweating and coughing and everything. But I do make things spicy. I know there are times that I eat. I can't do it. Why couldn't I shoot? I know there have been meals that I've made that Alana has tried and she can't handle how spicy it is, but I don't go absolutely crazy. I've had meals from other people that like spicy food and all I can taste is the heat. I want to taste the food. I want the heat to just kind of be there. Okay, I think I already forgot the numbers. 7, 6, 8, 7. Yes. Oh. Cool. Ooh, I've never been anywhere in Europe. I would love to go. And here there's like nowhere to travel to. Here I can go to the States or I can just go to another province. Canada is like stupidly big. Like Alana's family. If we go to visit their family, her family, it is about a 4-hour drive from here to their house, to their place. And it's not like they live near the edge of the province. They live like at the bottom from the top, at the bottom part in the middle. So like you could still drive another like 10 hours past their house and still be in my province. From my house to basically the edge of the province, it's like from one side to the other, it's like 10 hours on one side and it's about 6 hours on the other. Like Canada is ridiculous. It takes about 10 days to drive from one side of Canada to the other. Like it's nuts. So when we want to go everywhere, we don't have anywhere. Canada is bigger than Texas. Oh yeah. Wait. Canada's bigger than the States. Canada's bigger than the States. Texas, don't quote me on this. I'm pretty sure Texas is bigger than Ontario, but not by much. And Ontario is not the biggest province in the country. Yeah, it's not the biggest province in the country. Every province is somewhat close to like a Texas-sized province, except for the small islands that we have, which are very, very small. But the rest of our provinces are huge. Like Canada is gigantic. Like I said, you could drive 10 hours and still be in my province and not have gone anywhere. It's crazy. To go visit Alana's family is 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours away. I can't remember. I've never driven from here. I drove from the city that we were in before, which is about an hour away from here. So I want to say it's about 5 hours, but it could be a little bit less. And they're like, if my phone was our whole province, I'm like here. I'm like right in the, not in the corner. I'm right here, like at the very bottom, because right here is the States. I'm right at the edge. And I drive to her family. Her family's like to here. Like it's not a far drive from where we are in our province to where her family lives. Her family is like barely getting even close to the middle. And there's still all this space to go in the province. I had a friend who moved out to Thunder Bay, and Thunder Bay, I think, was like a 12-hour drive from here. Like insane, 12 or 13-hour drive from here for him to be in that city. Thunder Bay is a city. It's not a town. It's still in our province. It's still in Ontario. And that's getting closer to like the top third of Canada, of Ontario. Ontario is ridiculously huge. If it's 17 times in Texas, oh my God. And now he's in Vancouver. Vancouver is nice. Vancouver is it's weird. Because it's very, very rainy. It's very, very foggy. So it can be a lot like England, where most of the time it's more often than not, it's rainy and foggy. But you can be in Vancouver and literally be in snow in the morning and then have it be completely warm in the evening and go to the beach. So you can go skiing in the morning and then go to the beach in the afternoon. Vancouver is kind of reaches downwards further than the rest of Canada, so it can get really, really warm. Like there are parts of Vancouver where it's pretty much like California style weather. most of the year. Vancouver is beautiful. That's if I was going to move anywhere outside of my province, it would be Vancouver. Montreal would be the very last place I would ever live. Quebec is not popular in Canada. It's even less popular as a person who is not white. Montreal is renowned as like our most racist province. And so I am not a fan of Montreal. I've been to Montreal and I got treated like garbage there. There are wonderful people in Montreal. I have friends that live there, but I would not want to live there. Vancouver, though, 100% would love to live in Vancouver. Average Dutch day in April. Oh, man. You have an online friend that lives in Thunder Bay? Yeah. And my friend went there because he got hired to do a play. And I remember we were like we are right now, a couple of, centimeters, maybe an inch of snow. And he took a picture and the snow was above his head. They had like dug out the trench for the road and it was above his head. And we were getting nothing. Thunder Bay is supposed to be very, very beautiful, but the weather is harsh. Like they have the winters that people imagine Canadians have. A lot of Americans, especially the further south you go, they imagine Canada as like the North Pole. Like they imagine that our weather is insanely cold. We get a lot more darkness than a lot of the world. Like I want to say that we have about 3 months of summer, proper summer, and then the rest of the time it's kind of cold. So we get about 9 months of cooler temperatures, 6 months of horrendously cold temperatures. But where I'm living specifically, I'm actually further south than some of the states are. I can't remember what state it is, but I want to say I'm actually further south than Washington is. But I know I'm further south in quite a few states. New York gets far colder weather than we do. Like New York City gets far colder and far worse snowstorms than we do. So some Americans think that like all of Canada's like that, but Thunder Bay is that. Thunder Bay is that kind of weather where when it's hot, it's very hot. But when it's cold, it is very cold. Whereas we're kind of the in-between. We do get very cold. We get to like -30, -40. -40 in Celsius and Fahrenheit is the same. We get down to that coldness a couple times a year. But in the summertime, we can get up to like 95. Now, I know in Texas, 95 doesn't sound like a lot, but we are surrounded by a lot of lakes, and so it gets very humid here. So 95 for us would be what you guys would feel at like 110. So it gets way, way, way more stifling here. Because I've met people that have come from like California and Texas that come here and are blown away by how hot it is because they see the numbers and they hear the numbers, but they don't imagine because of the humidity how much worse it is here. Because since it's humid, you can't sweat off the heat, so you stay hot. Whereas like in Texas, it's a bit drier. So when you sweat, the heat evaporates. Here, it doesn't. So when it's hot, it's hot. It really sucks. Yeah. I was reading, apparently, Wewin, the Netherlands and Canada have an ongoing fight about who has worse winters. And the Netherlands overall tends to be colder and more snow, but not by much. The difference being that we get hotter summers. And so that kind of offsets it because when we do get a lot of snow, it's exactly how you guys get it. But you guys get it more because we get a hotter summer than you do. But apparently it's very, very close. But it's that ongoing fight of like, we have worse winters. And then the Netherlands goes, no, we have worse winters. But it's supposed to be very, very, like very similar. The difference is you guys are a bit higher up north than a lot of where Canadians live is. So again, we get the hotter summer. So that kind of offsets it a bit. But we get very, very similar weather. February 2021. Of 110. Yeah. See, and we get to like our average summer sits at about 85. 85, and then it jumps up to like 90, 95 on the really, really, really hot days. Now, here in Canada, we don't really refer to it as heat index. We say the temperature and then it feels like, and we talk in Celsius, right? So what we would say would be like, yeah, it's 95, but feels like 110. But it's because of the humidity. The humidity just people don't understand how absolutely stifling it can be, because we have a lot of lakes, and most of Canada lives all around the same area. And so, like, the vast majority of our population lives all around Toronto. And we have Lake Ontario, which is one of the biggest lakes in the world. And so most of us are surrounded by that heat that comes from the lake, the humidity that comes from the lake. So we get far, far more stifling heat at a much lower temperature. And it can really, really suck. It can be really rough. So when Americans hear that I say, 95, it's so hot, and they're like, ha, you're a wimp. It's like, no, it's the humidity, because it's the same back home where I'm from, El Salvador. Over there, easily gets to 95 to 100 on a regular basis. Just turn on a house fan and you're good. Here, a house fan does not help. Like, you need air conditioning to feel okay. And on the hot days where we're sitting around 90, 95, the city opens all the public buildings for people to go and sit in the heat, because it's just way too dangerous. But it's because of the humidity. It's horrible. $35. Oh my God. Yeah. So we sat at around 35 for a lot of the summer this year. And then there were about a week where we were at around 40 for a lot of it, like 38 to 40 degrees Celsius for like a week straight. About 3 weeks we were sitting at about 35 to 40, like up and down all day long. But a lot of the houses here have started to have air conditioning, so it helps. Canada is slowly able to kind of take care of the heat now, so it's not as bad, but the heat has been going up like steadily. Like, we used to get like 1 or 2 days where it was like 40 degrees, and it would be like maybe once a month. But the last couple of years we've been getting like weeks worth of 35 and up, and it's getting scary. You're using the heater, 51 Fahrenheit. What are we sitting at today? I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit. Let me look. So right now in my city, we're sitting at 33 right now, Fahrenheit. So it's chilly. It's not, it's cold, but it's not horrendous. We're still okay. It's supposed to be this temperature like in October for us. And so right now we're enjoying the fact that it's this temperature. But right now we should be sitting closer to like 15 to 20 degrees. And then come February, we're going to be sitting closer to like what would be 0 for you guys. With a high of 48. Yeah, that's pretty, it's chilly. And the big thing, again, going back to like the differences, your houses aren't built for the winter. Ours are. So ours can withstand colder temperatures, and we don't feel it as much. We also, our vehicles are made to deal with that. Like, heated seats are almost standard on all vehicles now, because it gets so cold. We all have thicker clothing, like we're used to it, right? Whereas like in Texas, if it snows even like a quarter of an inch, the whole city shuts down. Here, you can get 3 feet of snow and you're expected to go to work, and they're just going to give you maybe an hour leeway that you might be late, but you're expected to be at work. But it's because we're prepared for that kind of stuff, right? Whereas Texas isn't built for that kind of snow, but you guys have been getting it a lot more lately. And the fact that the government hasn't figured it out yet and prepared your system to handle these things, the outcomes are worse for you guys because your system can't handle it, and your government hasn't done anything to fix it, but it's only getting worse because the world is changing in general, right? So it's kind of scary, because that temperature isn't that bad when you're prepared for it. But when you're not prepared for it, like right now, like I said, it's like 33 degrees. I sleep with a fan on in my room because we've got thick blankets to make it through the night. You're at 3 today? Yeah, we were at -1, but I don't know what the it feels like was, because I haven't listened to the radio. I just went off of what my car was saying when I was driving. Not here. Here you can like have a huge snowstorm where you can't see like more than like a meter in front of your car, and you have people driving at the full speed limit and honking their horns if you're going like a little bit slower than them. Canadians are crazy when it comes to driving in the snow. I, on the other hand, I drive very, very slowly in the snow. I've had accidents in the snow. I never, ever want to crash in the snow ever again. Okay, so that's that. I can't do that. What's over here? Yeah, and like getting snow in Texas 20 years ago was huge. Like that was a big deal when Texas got snow. But now it's not a if Texas gets snow, it's when Texas gets snow. Which is insane because that's never been that's not how it's supposed to be. You guys are so far down south that you are not supposed to get snow. But our weather systems have changed and are continuing to change so much that Texas is becoming colder. It's weird, and we're getting hotter up here. The systems are messed up. The systems are very, very messed up. Like I said, we were supposed to have rain. I mean, we were supposed to have snow in the end of September, beginning of October, and it's mid-November right now. We're getting to the end of November, and yesterday was the first time. No, like 3 days ago was the first time we had any snow, and today was the first time we had any snow that actually stayed. That's unheard of here. When I was a kid, I used to go trick-or-treating in a full snowsuit because it was so cold, and we went trick-or-treating with my daughter, and it was raining. And like she was wearing her like onesie costume, and the only reason I had a jacket on was because it was raining, but it was warm. The world is changing a lot. The big problem is that governments aren't keeping up with it. And so places like Texas, the power grid fails and people get hurt, and you know, there's a lot of issues because there's not investment in infrastructure, because they're waiting until it becomes a problem that they can't avoid. Right now, it's still something they can ignore. It's the same everywhere, right? Like you ignore when things are being like, hey, things are changing. You need to do something about it. And they're like, we'll wait until it gets worse. But the weather's getting worse all around. Okay, so if that's where I came from, this is where I went down the first time, I think. Yeah, when it snows, it feels less cold. The snow absorbs the cold, surprisingly, for people who don't live in the snow. When it snows, you know it's not as cold. When it's not snowing, you're gonna freeze. Yeah, today was the first time, Nikki, that we got, like, real snow. I just noticed something. I don't know how to save in this game. Oh. See, this is where my lack of knowledge, my lack of geography skills really shines. I always thought that Kansas was like Texas as far as temperature goes, like that it was hot all the time. It's kind of like growing up, I learned this embarrassingly late in life, but still quite a few years ago now. But I thought that Texans had that like stereotypical Southern drawl. And then I want to say it was Oklahoma. It may have been Kansas, might have been Oklahoma. I was like 15 at the time. I can't remember now. But they had the Southern drawl. And then I went to Texas and they didn't have that same level of Southern drawl. And I was blown away at the fact that like I always thought that Texans were the ones that talked that way. And it's the same with the weather. I thought Kansas, Kentucky, I thought they all had the same weather as Texas, like that really hot, beautiful weather all the time. You're sitting every day with a scarf and jacket. Is it cold in your store, Nikki? Yeah, I hope I can save. Oh, okay. There's rooms that when I leave, it'll ask me. Oh, man. I gotta stop soon. I'm not gonna find it. This is, what does it say? It is locked. There's a panel on the door to release the lock, but it is not working now. He's been gouged in the torso. Something bad's gonna happen. Something bad's gonna happen. There we go. Yes. Okay. Cool. Perfect. I can save right now. Perfect. Let's not and say we did. Let's not and say we did. How do I exit this thing? There's a, there we go. Exit? No. Uh-oh. Alt F4. I don't know how to quit the game. I don't know how to quit the game. I'm just gonna Alt F4. I saved. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. I don't know how to actually quit the game. Oh yeah, because people, yeah, that makes sense, Nikki. That makes sense. Germany gets very cold winters too, though, don't they? You're on an island, though, right? So, like, are you more south in Germany? Okay. I have to get going. I'm actually getting hungry. I had the most amazing steak for dinner. Oh, it was so good. But I'm hungry now. I'm gonna have to make like a small snack. I can't eat a big meal. I have to make a small snack. Yeah, Germany can get very cold. Cherish, how are you? Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. You came in right at the very end. I'm actually just about to finish. See you later, GSR. I really appreciate you being here. I hope I see you again. Like I said, I don't know when I'll be live on TikTok. I'll be live again on Thursday next week. As of right now, I don't really know what I'm going to be doing on TikTok. It kind of just depends on what my mood is, but I will be live a couple times a week on TikTok. So keep an eye out if you want to hang out there. The chat is a lot faster out there just because there's a few more people watching. But it's a lot of like pop in, they say a couple of things and leave. So there's less continuous conversation like it is here. But I will be playing Earthworm Jim, so that'll be it. Yeah, Germany's very close over there, right? Oh, you're on the coast up north. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, Chadley, I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if you can hear me. But let me type real quick. What are you on? You're on Twitch. Okay. I don't know if you can hear me, but for some reason, Twitch isn't liking my stream. Earlier, I was watching myself, and when I refreshed, it showed I was offline, but my display picture showed I was online. And I was live, so I have no idea. Maybe it's because I used Restream. But I'm about to end anyway. You popping in to say hi anyway. Thank you for the likes. I really appreciate that. And thank you for following, Cherish. Yes, I will be live on TikTok. We're going to continue with Earthworm Jim, which is what I was playing a couple of days ago when I was live on TikTok. I'll be live here again on Thursday. I'll be a little bit more prepared. I'll pick a game that I can actually concentrate on, or we'll just kind of jump in earlier on instead of me chatting for the first hour. I am liking this game though. I've been talking a lot, so I haven't been paying attention, and now I'm confused as to what I'm doing. But we'll see what we do next week. But if not, I will be live again. I'm not sure if it'll be tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, it might be Saturday. But I'm definitely going to be live again on TikTok in the next few days. Keep an eye out. And I really appreciate everybody who hung out. It really means a lot. I didn't expect anybody to hang out. I honestly thought it was going to be like an hour-long stream where maybe one or two people would pop in and say hi, and then they would lurk, and it would just be me sitting in silence talking to myself. I really didn't think anybody would come and hang out, so I'm very, very flattered and touched that people came to hang out and spend time with me. It's been a very long time, and I don't know, it just feels really nice to be live again. But thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. I have missed you all, and hopefully this will be something that we can do for a while now, that nothing else will get in the way, knock on wood, because I miss this. I miss this. If I do get in the play, it's going to be messy when it comes to streaming, but I'm not holding my breath. I really don't think I'm going to get in, but if I do, we'll figure it out, and we'll see what happens. Thank you so much, everybody. You were all amazing. Yeah, GSR. It's very, very lucky that you were able to pop in. Hopefully, I will see you again next week or sometime on TikTok. Have a good day at school when you get back to it. That's funny, Chadley. Okay, I should get going. I will be live again in the next couple of days on TikTok at some point. I don't know when. It's going to be much earlier than today. It's going to be like 14 hours earlier than now. Only because Thursdays are the only nights I can stream at this time. The rest of the week, I'm going to be streaming far, far earlier. And yeah, hopefully I see some of you. You were all amazing. I really appreciate it. And sorry that I've been so scatterbrained and the stream was not very smooth. But that's kind of, you know, it's what happens when you're so rusty and haven't done it in over a year. I will, Weewin. I will let Alana know that everybody says hi. Might make a good TikTok. I've actually had a lot of luck on TikTok. So I am going to talk about the TikTok app, like the streaming app on TikTok. And then I'm going to talk about this. Just anything to make content. But thank you all so much. Yeah, hopefully it'll work next time. I don't know. It was weird today. It was really weird, but it's because it's the first time I've used Restream. I haven't really decided whether I'm going to stay on Twitch or on YouTube or if I'll do both. But I couldn't remember how to do anything. So I have to take a bit more time to like fiddle around with it and see if I can get the settings set right. Because it's at 720p, 30 frames a second. I don't know if I can change that on Restream or not, or if there's another option to multi-stream. I got to look into it. I was very, very scatterbrained today. But thank you, everybody. I really appreciate you all hanging out with me. I will be back in a few days on TikTok, not here. I'll be back here next week. Thank you all. Have yourselves a really good night. And thank you for the support. I'm honestly very, very touched. Okay. Have a good